Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to some more Royal Alchemist. I always want to call it the Royal Alchemist, but it's just Royal Alchemist, so that always kind of throws me off. Also, I am sick, so I probably sound weirder than usual. So I apologize in advance. I'll try to edit out all of my coughs and sneezes. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, the scent of lotus. The rich but calming aroma of lotus flowers pervades the room. I groan as I push myself upright, blinking through the cobwebs of sleep. A slim hand places a steaming cup of lotus tea onto the vanity beside me. I take a sip, savoring the slight bitter aftertaste. Thanks. I'm happy to be of service, Lady Rosencruz. I look up to see a demure-looking young woman standing next to the bed. She has a quiet, attractive face framed by long silver hair. Her ears are long and pointed like knives. I half consciously touch my own ear and ask, I beg your pardon, are you a homunculus? I am. I mean, she looks normal to me. I don't see any pointed ears. I guess her hair's covering it. She dips into a graceful curtsy. Magical creatures shaped from earth and water are very rare, even within the council. Personally, it's the first time I've ever seen a human-shaped one. I didn't know Eskia had an alchemist skilled enough to create homunculi. The young woman smiles but does not reply. I decide to try another approach. So what's your name? I'm Sola, my lady. The regent has assigned me to be your personal servant. Dang, I got my own personal servant and everything. I'm like living the good life here. Did the regent assign me any other personal servants I should know about? Yes, there is. Someone raps on the door. A debonair man pushes it open and swaggers into the room. Lady Rosencruz, my deepest apologies. I was held up by treasury business. Ooh, I wonder if he's like an eligible bachelor. And you are? Raphael at your service, Lady Rosencruz. Sola and I will oversee the care of your person. I can bathe and dress on my own. Sometimes I can even wake up on my own. Raphael's gestures soften and a smile tugs at the corner of his lips. That's not something that can be taken for granted in the aristocracy of the capital, indeed. However, our services extend to more than just domestic assistance. Oh, what other kind of services do you offer? Meaning, you're not just servants, you're bodyguards as well. Oh, well, there goes my idea. We can both protect you in times of danger. There will also be 4 guards that will be watching your chambers at all times. But apart from that, Sola here is also a beautician in her own right. Impressive. Sola smiles. If you ever feel the need to pretty yourself up a little, you can always spend an afternoon with me. Excuse me, I'm already gorgeous. I'll keep that in mind. Sola the beautician. Actually, though, I really do like the design of the main character. I think she's better designed than like the males. Like, I just think she's really pretty. I am a courtier who has been in the service of the king for a long, long time. I know all there is to know about the etiquette and protocols of the court. But I don't know anything about that at all. I shall be delighted to teach them to you. When you want a lesson on our court customs and traditions, please come to me. Raphael the courtier. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. I'll remember. And then there's Garyon. Garyon? Is he another servant? Good heavens, no. Please don't let him hear you say that. Marshal Garyon commands the palace guards and was a close confidant to the late king. He's the one in charge of training new recruits and can usually be found stalking about the parade grounds. However, he also offers training to members of the royal household, and this includes you now. I am more used to fighting with magic, or should I say alchemy items. Of course, the training ground also offers you opportunities to train in magical combat, but in terms of physical fitness, he's the one you want to see if you care to stay in shape. It looks like I'm going to have a very busy week ahead. Also, please don't forget about your daily lessons with the princes. Well, yeah, that's like the entire reason I'm here. How can I forget? Have you got a rough idea for this week's schedule in mind? If you tell us, we can help you plan out your activities accordingly. Sure, let's see. For this week, I think. Okay, so we have to make our own schedule. Classes, schedule your classes. Looks like we have missions, treasury, alchemy. Okay, so there's more to this game than I thought. That's pretty cool though. I've not played a lot of visual novels that incorporate this kind of thing, so let's see what it's all about. Okay, choose an available lecture and assign it to a time block. And okay, that's me. That's uh, Salim, Nazir, and Aurelius. Um, what is Aurelius like? That's why sometimes struggle with these kinds of games because you can't really do what you want. Really, you have to try and just impress who you want to end up with. Um, so, okay, how about combat? So, do I... Okay. Um, let's do combat, um, intelligence, and etiquette. I'm just guessing here. um, can we like teach them all the same things? I wonder, if we want them all to be different or if we want them to have different skills or if we want them to have the same skills. I don't know. Um, let's just try this for now. Um, I'm scared. Okay. Weekly income 65 coins, plus 6 combat, plus 2 intelligence, plus 4 etiquette. Um, so I wonder if like how fast they learn has to do with their personalities or if they have like elemental affinities. I don't know. Aurelius though, he's slacking. He learned less than everyone else. Okay. This morning I'm walking along the hallway on my way to class when ugh, this is the worst way to start the day. A servant is cursing out loudly as he's moving several buckets of water up the stairs to the kitchen, I assume. Do those nobles really taste the difference in the water, or why do we have to do this? He must be transporting fresh spring water. I have heard of some aristocrats who only accept the finest of water to be used for their meals. I didn't know those exist in Eskia, too. Maybe we can cleanse and enhance fountain water to have the same taste as spring water. That surely would make the life of the servants easier. It would be good for the princes to learn alchemy through practical use as well. Okay, Peppermint can create alchemy items together with the princes. Having the right item at the right time may help you increase the approval of different factions or get yourself out of a pinch. Interesting. Come in. I glance up from my studies as the door swings open. Please pardon my intrusion. That music just got so loud. Like, I think it's pretty quiet in the recording, but in my ear holes, it's really loud. I have to turn that down. I'm sorry. Um, okay. Turn it down just a little bit. Okay, please pardon my intrusion. Prince Saren makes a half bow in my direction with his trademark courteous smile. Your Highness, pray sit down. Thank you. Prince Saren closes the door after him, and I catch a glimpse of several guards, not mine, but likely his personal troop. I have never seen the prince without any companions before. I guess it's understandable since the culprits behind his father's assassination were never found. Oh, so their father was assassinated. Did we know that? I missed that. Pulling out the chair across from me, he sits down. I look around, suddenly realizing I don't have any tea to offer to him. Prince Saren must have followed my thoughts, as he stops me when I'm about to call for Sola or a guard who would be able to get her. Please, it's all right. I look at him before settling down again. He smiles at me warmly, showing no indication that it was mere courtesy. I find myself smiling back. To what do I owe the pleasure, Your Highness? The Regent would like me to ask you a few more details about the mercenaries who ambushed you on your way to the capital. Yeah, we never really talked about that again, but that seems like kind of a big deal. He was most disturbed by this unconscionable breach of security so near the heart of the kingdom, and to a person as important to us as you. I'm touched by his concern for my welfare. Is this a convenient time, Lady Rosencrantz? I do happen to have some free time just now, so please ask away. Thank you. To the best of your knowledge, who knew of the details of your journey to Fostrax? The palace, of course. Yes, we are already investigating the possibility of an internal leak. In that case, the Lord President of the High Council and the Senior Alchemist. You've told no one about your appointment? Not a soul. Do you think they could have? I don't even have to think before shaking my head. Impossible. They won't tell anyone about what they had for breakfast, much less the doings of their delegates. You know how secretive members of the council are. I see. In that case, what was the earliest forewarning you received of the ambush? My lips pursed as I closed my eyes, trying to recall more details of that night. On the road to Fostrax, I heard a loud explosion that came from somewhere within the forest. Then the temperature around the carriage began growing warm. What do you think caused the explosion? Perhaps it was a way to remotely detonate phlogiston mines, or maybe one of the caches was misplaced and exploded early. I know the mercenaries had not finished their work when my carriage came to the ambush site. They did not expect me to show up so early since I was supposed to spend the night in the village inn. They knew even about that. I nod. It was a coincidence. Pure luck, maybe. Go away, cat. It was the only reason I managed to escape alive. At least that explosion gave you enough time to get away. Thanks to the captain of my escort, he recognized the ambush for what it was immediately and warned me in the nick of time. If not for his prompt actions, I would have. I close my eyes and swallow, even though my throat is perfectly dry. The hellish vista of the inferno, the broiling, horrifying waves of heat. Worst of all, this piteous, charred things lying twisted and broken around the ruined carriage. Afterwards, the mercenaries came to examine their handiwork. I attacked them, hoping to take them by surprise. That was remarkably brave of you, or remarkably stupid. Perhaps it certainly was remarkably reckless. I soon found myself overmatched and fled into the forest. Thankfully, I bumped into a crate of unused phlogiston. Where was my horse in all of this? That's what's bothering me. I don't know why that bothers me so much, but like, where did the horse come from? I lured the remaining mercenaries to the crate before detonating it, and that took care of them. I reopened my eyes. My hands, I noticed, are balled into fists, and I forced myself to unclench them. You were not able to take any of them alive? That's what scared me most, Your Highness. After I defeated the mercenaries, when I tried to question them, they killed themselves right in front of me. I suspect the person who employed them is able to somehow control their minds to an extent. I mean, I would have thought they were just super loyal, but I mean, I guess that's a thing too. That's disturbing, to say the least. Prince Saren's face has turned a touch paler after I finish recounting my experience of the ambush. He sounds as though he's trying to comfort me, yet he looks as though he needs some comforting himself. Thank you for telling me your harrowing experience. You have my promise. The utmost precaution will be taken to ensure this does not happen in the future. Prince Saren. Oh, snap. Reassure Prince Saren I can protect myself or play down the violence of the incident. Save. Um. I don't know. Let's reassure him. I am a full-fledged alchemist, Your Highness, and a member of the High Council. You need not be overly concerned with the security of my person. I can defend myself. I have every confidence you can in a fair fight. But our enemies, whoever they are, do not fight fair. Even an archmage or a master swordsman is vulnerable to a poisonous adder hidden beneath the sheet of their bed. Oh my god. Or a crate of phlogiston mined into the road their carriage is traveling on. My lips pursed. The prince's father, I remember, died in an ambush at the hands of mysterious assassins. As a king, I'm sure he must have been strong, an adept magic user, a master of the sword, and a person with overwhelming charisma. I give you my solemn oath. I will see that you're kept from harm. I observe Prince Saren very closely while he speaks. He got closer to me and it made me uncomfortable. His troubled look, though diminished, does not disappear entirely, and his eyes have a distant, faraway look that suggests he is thinking of something else, even as he is discussing the ambush with me. Did the story of my own ambush, I wonder, bring back any unpleasant memories? Before I can formulate my hypothesis into a suitably polite inquiry, Prince Saren interrupts the train of my thought abruptly, as if he somehow senses what I'm thinking. I believe you have given me sufficient information to make a report to the Lord Regent. Thank you for your time, Lady Rosencruz. It was a pleasure, Your Highness. Good day. Prince Saren inclines his head and turns to leave. He pauses when he reaches the door and turns back to face me. Your Highness? I would like to tell you I am very thankful you got away from the ambush unscathed. There is a forceful undertone in his voice that makes me think he spoke those words from more than mere etiquette. Oh, snap, he's already caught feelings. Thank you, Your Highness. Prince Sarah nods again and closes the door silently behind him. He's nice. I like Prince Saren. Um, he's very formal, but I feel like once you get to know him more, he'll probably let his guard down a bit, and I want to know what his true personality is. So, I don't know. I I'm between him and Aurelius right now. I haven't really seen much of Nazir, but I like all the guys so far. So, okay, let's try creating items. Um, what was it that we talked about? Was it water? Regular fountain water cleansed with magic. Okay, it requires what's that? 5 darkness, 10 water, and 200 coins. Jesus Christ, I only have 65. Okay. Bomb, iron bar, healing salve, herb soup. So I can't make anything right now because I'm hella poor. Um, well, jeez. I don't know. Maybe we should try and focus on like making one of these things. So darkness and water. We can focus maybe on that. Um, okay. Water. I like keep trying to click on these and drag them, which is not a thing. I don't know why I'm trying to do that. Um, honestly, I'm just picking random stuff. Like, I don't know. How about we teach, okay, so when we hover over them, we can see what they know already. Um, with him, let's do earth, or wood, as they call it. Um, fire, darkness, and how about wind? And then with him, let's maybe try, let's do light. Um, and then how about we try to improve our beauty, I guess? I don't, to me, that's not important, but I mean, I'm sure it'll come in use at some point. Maybe instead of etiquette for now. I don't know. I don't freaking know. Let's just start. Okay. So it does seem to me that like they learn certain things better. I don't know. Maybe it's random. I don't know. I don't know. Game won't tell me anything. Okay, I'm walking along the hallway on my way to my study to prepare for the afternoon's lessons when I hear someone call out softly behind me. Lady Rosencruz. I turn to find a tall, enigmatic looking man bowing in my direction. What's wrong with your eyes, dude? Like those bags under your eyes. Good day, sir. I fear you have the advantage over me. What a weird thing to say. My name is Harris. I am the personal servant to Prince Aurelius. A pleasure. He straightens his posture while looking at me. His eyes narrow ever so slightly as he smiles. I have the honor of carrying to you a message from His Highness. That's unusual. Let's hear it. Prince Aurelius sends you his warmest regards and wonders if you would like to take tea with him at the pavilion in the palace garden. An invitation to afternoon tea from Prince Aurelius? Yes, I accept. Just so. That's unexpectedly sociable of His Highness. Harris smiles but makes no reply. Please let the prince know I should be glad to take up his invitation. His Highness will be delighted. Kindly come with me. I shall show you the way to the pavilion where His Highness is waiting for you. You mean now? Indeed. Placing a gentle but firm hand on my shoulder, Harris steers me down the hallway in the direction of the garden. I thought you said in the afternoon. It is already past midday, Lady Rosencruz. Technically, this is afternoon. But isn't it a little early for afternoon tea? Dude, just chill. It's just tea. I think you will find that His Highness is not too fussed about this sort of thing. Harris pushes open a door, and I blink in the sudden glare of the midday sun. Nor, for this meeting, will you be. What? Sunlight dances on the soft green meadow and sparkling fountains of the sprawling palace garden. A cool breeze meanders through the air, making the leafy branches of the trees rustle and stir. At the center of the garden, sitting in the shade of the white pavilion, I see the figure of Prince Aurelius observing us, hands neatly folded on his crossed legs, with not a single kettle, tray, or cup in sight. Where's my tea? I was promised tea. You said the princess invited me for tea, right? No, I said His Highness wants to tell you he is inviting you for tea. A subtle but crucial distinction. I quite agree. My mouth suddenly dry, I find myself walking slowly towards the pavilion. There is no option but to press ahead, what with Harris blocking the exit behind me and Prince Aurelius fixing that ambiguous gaze of his on me. Okay, I'm slightly concerned now. You're here at last. Good afternoon, Your Highness. Well, Harris, get the blades, will you? Am I about to get murdered? Am I about to get shanked by Prince Aurelius? At once, Your Highness. Blades? Blades. 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 Harris places two gleaming steel swords on the table before Prince Aurelius, who buckles one onto his belt without taking his eyes away from mine. I read that completely wrong. Okay. What are you doing with that sword? Fighting. That's what people usually do with swords. Who are you fighting? You. Me? You. I really wanted him to say that. His Highness is challenging you to a duel, Lady Rosencruz. I look from one man to the other, more than half expecting them to burst out laughing at any moment, but the faces of the duo are deadly earnest. I really am being challenged to a duel with Prince Aurelius, using swords of cold steel. What should I do? Well, obviously we're gonna accept. But that'll have to wait till next episode because I've let it run a little bit long. So, I hope you guys are still enjoying this. And if you are, leave a like down below. And I'll see you guys next time when we cross swords with Prince Aurelius. That would probably work better as a euphemism if I was a guy. But, anyways, see you guys next time.